We're really excited about the upcoming Istoria conference and hope that you can be a part of it. As we've been presenting the conference, a number of people have come up to us and said, you know, what is this Istoria conference and why are you doing this? Let me give you a little bit of background to that. A number of years ago, I was in Palestine. I walked into this very old church, part of my studies, and I looked around and I saw these stained glass windows and also all these paintings on the wall. So I asked the professor, I said, you know, what does this mean? Like, to me it looks kind of religious. He said, no, Dave, this is all about the story. These people couldn't read or write, and so every window and every painting told a story. And that's how the truth went from generation to generation. At that moment, something just triggered inside of me. We need to do something about story. Then a few years later, Gordon Pennington is introduced to us, and he starts telling me about the importance of story and suggests we do a conference. And so that's where we are today, and I'm thrilled that Gordon's going to be with us to help talk about story. We live in an era that's changing. The digital era has got new rules to life now. It's changed the way we've connected to people and the way we do Facebook, etc. But it's also changed the way we tell stories. You know, if you go to YouTube right now, you'll find that they upload 100 hours of video every minute. That's amazing. Really, that's thousands of stories that are being put up right now as we speak. And then also, as you look at YouTube, you find out that millions of people are watching it on their cell phones today. That's how we're watching stories. So the landscape is changing. Now, we need to either adapt and learn that, or else we're going to become irrelevant. A lot of the churches that had stained glass windows are irrelevant today. Nobody's listening anymore. Our tagline for the conference is your story being heard? We really want to be heard in the world today. Now, another thing that we're doing there is we're talking about branding or the power of story. I've got here a bottle of Voss water, and I bought that across the street for $5. That's about 3 times more than gasoline. And why would somebody pay that much money for a bottle of water? We used to get it out of the tap. That's where I learned to drink water from. But the reason is because of story. It speaks of high fashion. It also speaks of health. And so that's why it sells. So it's, again, the power of story. We're going to be sharing in the conference how to tell story, how to have your story heard, how to get it out there. And we're glad to have a guy like Jim Kruger come. He really will bring kind of a Hollywood storytelling perspective. We've got Gordon coming from New York. We've got Braden Douglas from a local fellow helping tell us the power of story. And then, of course, Pastor Willie George is going to be with us. An amazing pastor and storyteller that will be here with us. In this conference, you're going to find that it's practical. You're going to find it's inspiring. It's enlightening. The Bible says we need to discern the times. This conference will help us to discern the times that we're living in. And if we're wise, we'll discern what's going on around us, and we will be telling story that communicates the timeless truths. We all have a story, and the greatest story, of course, is the story of God's immense love for us, and we want that to be told to this generation. You can find out more about the conference at istoriaconference.com. Hope to see you there.